Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back. So, went to North Bay yesterday, bought another gun. Couldn't help myself. Addiction. Anyways, so this is a Crosman Pumpmaster 760. Now, if you search my channel for the Crosman 760, you'll probably find a couple of videos up there. These are, of course, older 760s, and some of the better ones because they had rifled barrels on them. And the quality was a lot better, I think. But, you know, I've held this one in my hands at the store, and I thought, well, it's kind of sleek design, and it's different. Well, I don't know, maybe, you know. And that's what we're going to find out, is if it's any good. But in the meantime, we need to get this thing unboxed. Now, they do say that this is a new design. Well, that's kind of obvious. Improved performance. It's a smoothbore barrel according to everything I found on the internet. And it doesn't even say on the box that it's smoothbore. At least I haven't seen it anywhere yet, so maybe I missed it. And of course, they say ideal for shooting targets, shooting tin cans, and pest control. Well, they do show a picture of a bird, so you probably might do something with birds, maybe mice. I probably wouldn't suggest chipmunks or squirrels, though. It's just probably not going to go so well. But we'll find out what a chrony's at, too, because we are going to chrony this thing like every other gun. And it is variable pump, so you do have to pump full time, 10 times for full power. Now, they do supply you with some goodies with this because this is the shooter's kit. Now, I did buy some extra clips for this thing. These are, what, 5-round clips. It was like 10 bucks. Now, the gun cost me, I think it was like 90 bucks. Yep, $90, $89.99. Now, I am in Canada, keep that in mind. And, but they do claim up to 495 feet per second. Again, I cannot stress enough on this channel when I do gun stuff to you guys. All your speed ratings are up to. Now, yes, there are manufacturers that will say at 500, at 495, at 360, at 300. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to shoot that speed, even with a standard weight pellet or BB. Okay, does happen. Sometimes they shoot a little faster. You know, we found that out too. But don't take it as a written in stone thing. It is an up to rating no matter what kind of thing they put on there, whether it's up to or at. It's always an up to. Now, we do get some shooter's glasses with this kit, which is kind of cool. I'm collecting quite a few of these things now because I've been buying a lot of kits. We do get a little, apparently a 4-time scope with this thing. Now, I've had a little bit of experience with these, call them baby scopes. They've never been the greatest. Okay, I mean, they are very basic, very cheap. Hey, it's a cheap gun, right? So at least they gave us a scope. They could have not, you know. Do have some neat little cap covers on here, so we'll have to get this installed. Now, I'm not holding out much for accuracy with the scope. We will see, though, if it's any good or not. If it does prove to be good, well, that's alright. If not, I would not bother investing in a more expensive scope for this gun because it is only a $90 gun. Shoot with open sights. But entirely up to you. We do get a little pack of about 50 rounds of BBs. And we get a package of about 50 rounds of pellets. And they have supplied wad cutters. And of course, being a smooth bore barrel, pellets are not going to spin out of the barrel. They're just going to shoot dead out, right? So, again, we're questioning accuracy here. I have had some smoothbore barrel 760s in the past, and they weren't too bad. Now, we do get one 5-shot clip with this, which is good. Which is another reason why I bought extras, because you got to have extras. You know, you load up a bunch and away you go. And I want to do when I do the chrony video, I'm going to load up all 5 clips, and we're going to put 5 shots of each type of pellet to find out our maximum and slower speed of the pellets that I know this gun should be able to handle. And then of course we're going to do accuracy testing and stuff like that. I will likely do an accuracy setup at least off camera, and then when I found a pellet that shoots pretty good, then we'll use that one for an accuracy testing portion. So it's going to be kind of a, it'll all be one video for that. This is just an unboxing only. We're not cronying in this video. Anyhow, so we got all that out of the way. We do get some targets as well, which are great if you've got a cardboard box or a trap that these will work in. These are called the official 25-foot qualification target. So yeah, things are going to get real tiny. So I might just put these in my collection somewhere until I find something to put them on. But nonetheless, here's our gun. 100% plastic. I'm pretty sure that that's probably a plastic barrel shroud. Ooh, no, that's a whole metal barrel. Nice. Okay. So they didn't cheap out on the barrel at least, so we have some hope. So let's just cock this thing. And what we're looking for, and we're not going to see it. Let me grab a flashlight. There's none out here. Give me a quick sec, guys. Alright. I know someone's going to give me heck for looking down the muzzle. However, we need to verify if the information on the internet is actually true. And yep, this is indeed a smooth bore barrel. So, wow, that's got a heck of a hit from the hammer. Okay, so we have, they say, a 200 round reservoir in this thing. And there's no trap door on this one. Oh, there is. They've integrated to the back end. You might want to get a speed loader. Fill that sucker up. So this is going to be a really funky style. Yeah, so all the way open, throw your BBs in, and then close that once. Or do we? No, close it twice. And then we'd have to dump them. We'll figure it out. Anyways, what we got here? Okay. They say it's easier pumping too. They lied about that. That's the 5th pump and it's getting really stiff. Kids are going to have a hard time pumping this thing. There's 6. Anyway. Now, these things load in one way. Yep. Okay. There's a reason I don't read instructions. I like to figure things out. It's not going to go in that way. Well, maybe it does have to go in this way. Oh, there we go. You got to give it a little bit of a push. Alright. Wow, they really made that stiff. I don't remember them being that stiff before. Okay, so we load her in from the right side. There's a little tang up front here that sticks out. So in we go that way. And then just line it up. Push your pellet in. As far as BBs go though, this thing's got a little magnet on the front, so you won't need this. And you would just cock it back, and basically you hold it a little bit down and then load your BB in. Yeah, that does have a pretty good hard-hitting hammer though. Now, I do have the diagram print for this gun on my computer. Back in the day, what Crosman used to do, till about, I think it was about the third variant, they would actually have what's called a blowout valve underneath. And it was a little piece that would stick and screw right into the bottom of the valve or push into the valve. And this would prevent you from pumping the gun past 10 times. Otherwise you would blow that valve out. And there goes 15 bucks for a new little valve piece to take your gun apart. Because you wouldn't hurt the valve itself, you would just hurt this little blowout valve thing. But anyways, whole long story, they don't do it anymore. This is a standard normal valve in here. Now being that this is a Canadian version, they're likely what they did was they just put a detuned valve in this, which just has a bleed hole in the back. One of these days I'll take the gun apart and we'll find out. Okay, and we'll see what it's shooting for speed, of course. Now, the other thing I'm checking here is how tight the screws are. So we won't have... Yeah, we'll check out all of our screws anyways. Yeah. The barrel band is a big one on any gun. You got to make sure these are snugged up a bit, otherwise you get barrel vibration. Now, we do have elevation control, but we have absolutely no windage control. So that kind of really sucks because, I mean, let's face it, you sight in a gun, even with a bore sighter, things are going to be different, right? Which is another reason why I'm not holding out too much. But I will shoot this thing with the open sights and we'll see how well the windage is on this, but it is definitely non-adjustable. It looks like we might be able to... Yeah, it's just spring clipped in place, so we should be able to pull this right off there if we wanted to. But, voila, goes on kind of like that. So that's, I'm going to have to tighten down the screws obviously, but I want to find the eye release spot on this and then we'll lock it in place. But, yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Time will tell, of course, like anything else. We do have to set this up so that we can also get access to the BB loader area. So as far as pumping effort being better, nope. That's actually going to be a little hard for some kids. Teenagers wouldn't be bad, but you know, little kids, that's going to be hard to pump. Good news is at least you only have to pump it a minimum of 3 times to fire out a pellet. So, and 10 times for full power. So the reservoir is 200, magazine holds 18, which is up top. You do the shaky load thing, we'll show you how to do that. Being this is a smooth bore, I don't mind shooting BBs through it. 5-shot pellet clip, 33.5 inches overall length, 2.75 pounds, so it's very lightweight. Adjustable for elevation only, they say, which is true. Blade sight, crossbolt safety, maximum velocity is 495. And of course it says up to on the box. Now for their pest control, they're talking pests such as crows, rats, and pigeons. Well, chipmunks and squirrels can be pests too, but of course they only have so much room on the box, but I still wouldn't try it. Now this thing does have a warranty against defects in material and workmanship. See warranty details inside on your instructions. Now the only difference in price between this shooter's kit and just the regular 760, which doesn't come with all the goodies, is about 10 bucks. And it's like, well, you can't buy safety glasses generally for 10 bucks that are any good anyways. You know, these are airgun quality glasses, so they're made to protect your eyes. The pellets and BBs are no consequence, right? Who cares? What's that, 50 cents? You know, what else we got on the box here? That's pretty much about it. I mean, but they do say that, you know, variable pump air rifle, 4 times scope. I read something where they said it was, yeah, 30% less pumping force. Right here. I disagree with that. That thing is just as hard to pump as my 1322, my 1377. And it gets nasty quick. So, and I'm an adult and I've got muscles, so yeah, little kids might have a bit of an issue with this. this is my first impression. Okay, this is unboxing and first impression so far. You know, I like the kit. I like the idea behind the kit. They do give you some ammo. They do give you some targets. They give you a scope, you know, which is actually not too shabby. You know, and it's all black. Now that I do like, because forever they've been brown colored pump handle, brown colored stock. I mean, they used to be really super high quality built, like years back. And I've had pretty much, I would say, almost every variant of the 760 over the years. Because I've even had the real old ones, like the first ones that came out with what we called a dump valve. And those are pretty cool. And they were pretty, you know, they had some power behind them too. Even for the Canadian version, they were still clipping. So they were pretty good. But, nonetheless, guys, first impression, well, it's a cool kit, and it's 90 bucks. It's cheap. It gets you shooting, gets your youngster shooting. Hopefully your youngster can build up some muscle pumping this gun up, even at allegedly 30% less pumping effort. But any youngster should be able to pump this up at least 3 to 4 times without too much difficulty. Okay? Cocking system is the same as it's always been. The mag is fine. The reservoir thing, that's kind of different for loading in here. And then you've got to take it back. Oh, okay, I think we're going to have to take it back all the way, shake, and then move to the middle position, because it looks like I can see the button come up the middle here, and that's the lock. That's the lockout, so they don't dump back out on you. We're definitely going to discover all this stuff too. Now, I do recommend, because I've seen a lot of these cocking handles break, and the biggest thing is the way people tend to cock these things. And so it's a very small little thing here. So you've basically got to hold it back and kind of push inward a bit. And just, that's it. You know, some people were like really, you know, rough on these things, and they'd get to this spot and I would like, hey, it's not moving. Then they'd, you know, really give her. If you hold a little bit of pressure on the side here and here at the same time, and keep your movement pretty fluid and push inward at the same time instead of trying to pull outward, your cocking handle should last you for like years and years, okay? But you can get parts, and the parts are dirt cheap, which is another nice thing. If this thing does break, parts are really cheap for it, obviously. But let's take off now. I am going to go set up the scope on this thing, see if I can dial it in. I'm going to try their ammo first for the pellets and see how accurate the thing is with pellets. And I'll try out their BBs, which are just copperhead BBs. I got probably about 4,000 rounds of these things kicking around, and I got a couple of thousand rounds of wad cutters, but I should know within, I don't know, I won't even use up probably half the bag and find out if the gun's any accurate with these wad cutters. But I do have other Crosman pellets and other pellets as well. And then we'll come back in the next video, we'll chrony it, do an accuracy test. Once we've figured all that out, which pellet's shooting the best, we'll try out the BBs as well, see how accurate it is with BBs. Like I said, it is a smooth bore, so I don't care if I run pellets or BBs through it, ain't gonna hurt it, so that's a good thing. And we'll see about this scope. This is an interesting little scope. Now, the one thing I didn't get, yeah, so we just undo it, and we've got our locking ring in here. Now, I don't know what the parallax is actually set up on this thing. I have no idea. Hopefully it's within 10 meters, because that's what we're going to be shooting at, because I don't think the gun is going to actually perform much further than 10, maybe 20 meters tops. But I never did look at these either in the store. Yeah, they are definitely not lockers. They're just a turn, but they're fairly stiff, so it's a pump up. It's not going to vibrate, so it shouldn't knock them off too easy once they're set. So, without further ado, I'm out of here, guys. Thanks for checking out the unboxing. My first impression right now, though, I think it was priced really good for 90 bucks. You know, that was alright. And it's a shooter's kit. Like I said, you get some glasses. I mean, you can pay 10 bucks for a pair of these, you know. You get a scope, you get a little bit of ammo, some targets. Yeah, you know, so I think price-wise it's pretty good. I'm glad it's an all-metal, all-steel barrel. It's not one of those shrouded things with a inner straw tube style barrel, so that's actually good. That's actually solid. I am a little disappointed, no windage control. These things have mostly had windage control on them. It's definitely a lot of plastic, which is not a big deal. It's not a deal breaker to me. I do like the design though. I think the design is nice, and I like how they got out of using drift pins on their pump ups, because even my other guns, it's just screws, and I like that. That's making maintenance so much easier for the end user, you know, because those drift pins can be a real pain. Mind you, I think they still left a drift pin up front, but that's fine. But yeah, I think so far it's not looking too bad. So let's see what happens anyways. See you in the next one. See ya.